Greetings, 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 greetings. Welcome in, welcome in. I am here again, your host, Chantel Sierta Shakim, coming in live on location from the House of Shakim, tapping into the energy of today, prepping the cards, giving them an opportunity to come alive as we tap into what's most divine, okay? So I am going to just shuffle up the cards, giving everyone a little time to come into the space, getting the cards prepped, because, you know, it's nothing to it but to do it. And I enjoy coming on here, playing with the little girl. And we are on day number 88. And this is the energy that pops out, which is the Hermit energy, okay? So Hermit energy is all about going within, right? Creating places of boundaries, creating structure for yourself, creating a plan to allow your heart to lead you in your experiences as you walk away from the things that no longer serve, because today is a new day and we get to do things a little differently. And it's called taking the leap into the unknown. Again, knowing that everything you need is in the palm of your hand. And she is holding a crystal. Go figure, right? What does crystals tell us about our lives? Or how do we connect with the crystal grid, right? How do we go into the crystallis and begin to find out truly what is within, what is there that is being given to us as we take time to look at it from a different perspective. And this is really cool because the Hermit energy is like, okay, let me see that inner glow up, and maybe I got to look at it from a different lens, okay? Maybe you have to see your situation and the time that you take to go within, allowing it to reveal to you new things, new places, new identities that are waiting to just show up. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, everyone. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your energy in the space. If you haven't already tapped in, please do so, as we are bringing in the 10 of Pentacles energy. Happy life, abundant life, as you get clear about what it looks like, okay? And for me, it is all about that Queen of Wands energy. Again, knowing that everything we need is in the palm of our hands. We just have to work with it, right? Going within so we don't do without, bringing forth everything we need into this now reality with planned intention. Oh my. Chasing our rainbow and in fact getting the pot of gold. So that is our 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, 7 cards came on out as we're tapping into the Hermit energy, okay? The Hermit energy is all about going within, evaluating your life, evaluating the way you feel, evaluating how you've navigated different experiences, and then coming up with a plan to allow what's within to radiate to the outside. And that might mean walking away from the things that no longer serve and taking the leap into something bigger and grander. This is really what we call the flower of life. Like, how are you really beginning to work with your gifts, your talents, your abilities to create the life you want to live? And it may require you looking at it from a different perspective, not allowing it to get you caught up, but allowing it to allow you to move forward in a new direction, because now you see it differently. And in that space, you get everything that's meant to be. You know, the happy life, the happy wife, the happy husband, the happy children, the happy career, the abundance of life shows up. But you have to work your magic. You have to do the things that you are being inspired to do. Shining your light in the darkness. Doing the things that may not come easily, but being intentional about doing them anyway. And that could mean just chasing the rainbow, going with the ebbs and the flows of life, knowing that as you fill your cup, everything else around you will begin to line up. Ashe? So we are going to read from the book, starting from the bottom with this 10 of Cups energy. Just to get the author's perspective, I always give an intuitive reading and then I move into it from the book just to honor the book and what the author wrote. So nine of the major arcana is the Hermit. So that's the energy that we're tapping in. So I will read that energy first, okay? And it says, inner sage, inner mentor, inner guide, show me my brightest light so that I may see with all my heart. Show me my brightest light so that I may see with all my heart. And in that space of seeing, it's like, what do you see there? Do you see all the cups of the rainbow and everything coming to you, everything aligning for you? We hope so. We're going to ring it in, ring-a-ling-a-ling. This is the last card that I pulled, but we always start from the bottom and move to the top because there's a direction to this flow. And as above, so below. So we're going to start there and let this energy flow. All right. So the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups says, I live in a state of oneness by bringing harmony and love into my relationships. How are you bringing harmony and love into your relationships? Are you being harmonious with yourself? Are you setting boundaries? Are you honoring your boundaries? Are you being that Queen of Wands energy? Are you really beginning to fill your world with an intense light that connects and incites passion? That's what we should be doing, filling the world with things that connect and incites passion. And in that space, we also get our 10 of Cups, our 10 of Pentacles. From 10 of Cups to 10 of Pentacles, we getting all the good things, y'all. And it's up to us to bring it in. 10 of Pentacles says, I am successful, and I share my wealth and success with those I love. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the love. Next, we'll go to the Hangman. So as you're sharing your wealth and your love with the world, now you can begin to see the world in a different way. The major arcana card number 12 is the Hangman. And sometimes we find ourselves in this Hangman energy when it's time to change, when it's time to shift, when it's time to do something different. And it says, I lean into my inner world of limitless miracles, surrendering to the divine will of the cosmos. This is where we go within, as this hermit has told us, so that we don't do without. And we can surrender to the divine will of the cosmos, knowing that we have been fully equipped to be rooted in that which we were sent. So that is the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is all about what are you planning? What are you rooting in? How are you impacting the world around you through your visions, through your dreams, through your inspiration? It says, I plant my goals with intention, direct focus, and faith. Are you sure of what you hope for? Are you certain of the things you don't yet see? And are you willing to continue to go for them, even if you have to take the leap into infinity and beyond? That's the love energy. Just jump. Go into the energy of love. See what this life has to offer you when you can show up in a space of love. The Fool is the 0 of the tarot. So this is where everything begins new, as I spoke about before. It says, I am ready for this adventure down my soul's path. I am ready for my adventure down my soul's path. We give thanks for that. And yes, I will do a couple of readings as soon as I'm done with this one. If anyone wants to put a question in the chat, I will get to that. As we walk away from the things that no longer serve, we can take that path down, take that walk down our soul's path. So this is walking away from the things that no longer serve. The 8 of Cups, okay? 8 of Cups says, I walk away from negativity and I choose myself in a rebellious act of self-love. We give thanks for that, because this is what the Hermit energy is all about, in fact. Choosing yourself in a rebellious act of self-love. And this showed us all the love that is available to us when we do choose ourselves. We got the 10 of Cups here. We got the 10 of Pentacles here. We have the Queen of Wands here. The Ace of Pentacles and the Fool. Like, choose you. No one else has to choose you. You choose you. And as you do, the universe comes to support you. Next, I'm going to dive into this soul journey energy as we go down this new soul's path, okay? Our soul's journey energy, some cards just flew out over here. And the first one is imagination. We got this the other day. And it says, I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Followed by fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love, which they said. And the last card is honesty. And it says, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect the truth from myself. So we're moving into our highest vibration, our highest imaginative mind space, letting go of the fear, letting go of the worry, and embracing the love, and knowing that we can be true to ourselves as we navigate our life, moving from walking away from the negativity, taking the leap by faith, planting our goals with intention and direct focus, seeing things from a new point of view, and beginning to receive those things in this now reality. As we continue to work our magic, shine our light, be our own guru and guide, and ride the rainbow, knowing that everything we need is available. So that is the reading for today. We'll get one more ancestor clarification card, and then we will close out this reading. We give thanks. And if you have questions and you want to put them in the comments, please do so. The first card that came out is the Father of Water, harmony and balance. And as we see, he is seated on his throne. Yes, okay. They said just that one today. We're bringing things into harmony and balance. As above, so below. We're allowing that energy and attention to flow. So number 31 says, thank you for your question, Chris. I will get right to that as soon as I read this ancestral card. Number 31, the Father of Water. It says, I embrace my feelings and allow myself emotional harmony. We give thanks for the emotional harmony of balancing and regulating our own energies, Ashe, in this work. And it is many ancestors that work with us. Yes, it looks like an Orisha. Which one would you say? Would it be not Shango, Abatala? Abatala energy, maybe there. Yes, maybe Abatala. All right, we give thanks for this energy exchange. And Chris, your question is, what does the symbol seal that I am drawn to mean? What is the symbol? What does the symbol or seal that I am drawn to mean? Okay, so I'm not sure what symbol or seal you're referring to, and it's very difficult for me to pull from that. But with that energy, I will just say I'll go into the secrets of the ancestors and see if that will bring forth an answer, being as though you did talk about that. You said you changed the question. Okay. So you changed the question? Well, I'm going in. Let's see what symbol or seal or insight that the ancestors want to give for you. The ancestor card that came out is, again, highly sensitive. And this is, it reminded me of or Ogun. Okay. Well, this another energy of emotions, and the waters came up again, so that must be energy that is working with you for sure. And this is like a yin yang energy. You have the root of water being represented by the feminine energy, and then the father of water. So there is some watery emotions and watery things going on around you, and that may be a sign or a symbol that you need to start working with your emotions, start working with those orishas. That this one is Yamaya. Obviously, Yamaya energy, the mother of water, and then you said Ogun for this one. So yes, those orishas are, I've never been I never studied the orishas, but I do work with Yamaya energy just because it presented to me. So I have Yamaya and Oshun on my altar, and I've never initiated into either of those, but I do definitely work with them. So we'll start with the high sensitivity of this this Yamaya energy. Okay, so it says, I choose to express my feelings openly and fully. The ancestral medicine says this ancestral plant spirit reminds us to let me start over. This ancestral plant spirit also represents your inner child. Lean into the energy of play. Your ancestors did not always have the gift and privilege of playing. Allow yourself to be free enough to play in their honor. So that's playing in your emotions. And you said, I felt an offer to Oshun altar recently. So I find it cool that you are in tune with these energies. Yes, give thanks, give thanks. You know, and I work with energies that want to work with me. I don't really seek any energies to work with. I've just been open to spirit as a channel from the Most High, and I have just shown up in the spaces where they show up for me. And it's not a initiation of any pathway. It's just being open to the path and the channel of the Most High. So give thanks for that. And this is the Father of Water, which is harmony and balance. So we'll read that one, which I already did, but I'll read it once more, just so that we can be clear. 31. It says, I embrace my feelings and allow myself emotional harmony. And the ancestral medicine for this one says, have you experienced positive and loving divine masculine energy? This is very different from the patriarchal energy. You are capable of balance and worthy of loving and being loved fully and completely. So take this time to really begin to love on yourself. If no one else is showing up in that energy to hold you, you first and foremost have to hold yourself. And as you do, as I'm learning, as I've been working with tarot, as I've been working with angelic spirits, the ancestors, the deities, the energies that support me, I'm learning that the more that I go within into this hermit space, being my own guru, being my own guide, being my own mentor, those energies come to support me. And this is what's bringing about my highest level of life as I'm utilizing my imagination, as I'm moving beyond the fear, because it's here. And we got to face it at face value and be honest with ourselves that we are channels. We can tune in, turn on, and tap in, tune in, turn on, and tap in at any time. And when we do, whatever that channel is tuned into, those frequencies that support it will show up. So it is a highly emotional time, but it is also a time that we can begin to take authority and begin to reign and rule over our own beingness. So the way that we do that is aligning our chakras, right? That is our life force energy. That is the open channel to the Most High, the divine God in us, around us, working for us through our beliefs, through our actions. And we have to know how to interact with it. And the way that we do is through alignment. And that is a framework that I created as well called Align, which takes us through the movement of energy to create our realities and destinies. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You've been in high emotions and you've been working, looking for ways to unlock the root chakra. Give thanks. We're clearing that energy. So I actually work with women to help them learn to unblock, that energy center through our chakras, starting from understanding and knowing who you are. The root chakra is all about I am. So what do you say you are? Who do you say you are? How do you work with your I am? What do you want to be? What do you want to have? What do you want to do? All of that is in this I am root chakra. So if that is a blockage there, nothing else is flowing. Nothing can come down and root you in the earth, and nothing is going up to create from that space of imagination. So first you have to anchor your root. Anchor into the earth, anchor into your I am. Then you go up into liberating those feelings in your sacral chakra. What do you want to release? What do you feel? What do you need to face? That's your passion for your purpose. So first, who are you? Then what is your passion and your purpose? Liberate yourself from anything that doesn't align. That opens up that channel. Then you go into your creative center. I can, I do. This is where we begin to illuminate the things that we desire, the way that we want to show up, the way that we want to be seen. You have to illuminate that in that creative center, and that is right below your belly button. So seeing that is a bright light. Seeing that as the opening up of your I am and your I feel. And it gets anchored into your heart chakra, which is your I love. This is where you begin to generate the things that you desire. What do you want to see manifest in this reality? You have to love it. You have to love yourself. You have to bridge those lower chakras, your root, which is I am, your sacral, which is your I feel, and your solar plexus, which is I can and I do, into that love frequency. This is how we move energy up, and then we bring it down from the crown. But it still is a movement of As above, so below. You want that energy to flow. But once you get to your heart space, now you have to begin to speak. Speak about the things you want to see come to pass. This is how you nourish your I am. This is the align, anchor, liberate, illuminate, nourish, generate, and then nourish the life you want. So you have to speak about it. You have to see yourself. This is I speak. This is I see. This is that imagination frequency. You have to see yourself actively living out that life until you know it for sure. And I didn't even put my crown on all day. Oh my. I think I left it upstairs. Goodness gracious. But I have one. Let me grab it. So, I gotta put on my crown because this is a part of my embracing the queen within, and my little girl just showed me I can't be fixing my crown in the process if I don't have it on. So that is the crown chakra. This is where all the wisdom and knowledge and insight from our ancestors can come through. Our crown chakra. And the crown chakra is what connects you to all things. So this is what you do intentionally to move your energy and have it constantly flowing, and you have to work on it. So we're going to pull a chakra card to see which energy is supporting this hermit, I am my own guru energy, and helping us bring through this most abundant life as we're taking the leap, we're planting our seeds, and oh my God, you can't make it up, we are playing with our little girl or our little boy as it showed up. It says we have to play. You have to play with life. It's all an illusion, but it becomes real when you can play with it, when you can begin to mold it and shape it through your energy, through energy in motion. And that is our emotions, right? Where energy goes, where attention goes, energy flows, and it is the energy that creates. Yeah, you gotta loosen up. Don't be so serious, because that is, our seriousness comes from that lack mentality, that fear-based mentality. We have to let that go, because when we're always serious, we miss out on the opportunities where the blessings come. And it says fear. I'm gonna read this again. That jumped out of my hand. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Love is all that we should be anchored into, not fear, not control, not force, not survival mentality. We need to learn to grow, glow, and flow. Ashe? And this is what I know for sure, because I'm playing with it myself. And this inner child, this is where we show up in either the shadow of the little girl or the little boy, or the brightness of the little girl or little boy. Our inner child has the messages we need. So when we can play with that inner child, we get more than what we even bargained for. And life is about playing. So we're going to read this from the book, number 17, The Inner Child. And it says, my inner child is free to express love and joy. I'm going to read this whole little paragraph here, because this little girl has really saved my life. Even though she doesn't quite look like me, but she is bright. So I'm bright too. But either way, the little girl, the inner child, it says, you have called this card into your energy and into your awareness today, because it is time to create a more fulfilling, loving relationship with your inner child. Each person has within them the aspect of the child. Those parts of us that can be vulnerable, misunderstood, unloved, not heard, and those wounded feelings we hold on to as children. When we take this experience into our adult lives, our connection with our inner child sometimes is forgotten. Have you been beating yourself up lately, or been down on yourself and allowed people and situations in your life to affect you negatively? We already said right here, we walking away from that negativity, right? So it says, pulling this card today highlights that you are currently reacting to a situation from the perspective of the inner child. Old wounds may be open and you may feel trapped and confused. Know that it is time to give your inner child some love and care. We talked about that, the highly sensitive moments, right? Take some time to tune into this wounded being who lies within you. This is the inner traumas, right? Ask what it is that he or she requires in order for you to heal. You may feel drawn to go to a seer or a healer, or to simply take some time to go and engage in inner dialogue with this part of you. Whatever is required, know that it is a powerful time of healing and breaking free from those old restraints. It is time to set your inner child free and allow this aspect of you to feel safe, loved, and heard. It is time to be fully engaged in the present with your inner child, to allow a deep communication and healing to take place. Love, love, love is the key. It is also very important to allow the inner child out to play. Life has been so serious, and life can become so serious, and we forget to play, to create, to enjoy, and to have fun. When was the last time you played and felt like a kid? What does your inner child want you to do? Go play, go swing, go dance, paint, or even spend time at the beach. It is time to let your inner child express his or herself with joy and play. This is what we got to do. And really, this is my commitment as I've shown up on this 365-day journey. This was a commitment that I made with my little girl. She's the queen. She's the princess. We always played dress up when I was a kid, and I loved how that made me feel. But I also began to be so serious with life as a coach, as a professional, as a nurse in administrative roles in big hospitals. I forgot how to play, but I had to honor that part of me too, because I was letting life burn me out. So I do tarot. I used to do it privately for myself in my own little personal space, and it helped regulate me. It helped anchor me. It helped me to really kind of play. So my little girl said, hey, time for you to be seen, heard, and witnessed, because I've always been told to shut up, stay in a child's place. But now I get to show up as the queen of my experience, sharing my gifts, talents, and abilities with you guys, and also enjoying the connection with my inner child so that I can work through that healing of her wounds of being told, stay in a child's place, sit down, shut up, and nobody wants to hear what you got to say, okay? So this has been a challenge for me to do this, but it also has been so rewarding, and it's the little things. So go back to your child, your inner child, and say, hey, if it didn't matter what I would do today, what would that be? What would you want to do? And do it. Honor that inner child in you, because you get to do it. We all get to do it. But the world will keep us so serious, so functioning on survival, that we forget to play. And honestly, this world and this life is our playground. We are here to learn. We are here to grow. We are here to glow and flow in the experience of life. So what better way than to use our imagination? And this says, I embrace and nourish the creative aspects of my mind. So we have to allow our minds to move us in creativity and not in control. Ashe? So I hope this was very helpful to you. You have to find something to do. Find some play to do. You know, this social media kind of gets us stuck and draws us in. But I tell you what, I went to the park one day and I literally got on a swing and swang like the little girl in me at the park on a swing. How freeing that felt. I remember how we would be on the swings and try to jump out. I did consider that, but I was like, I don't know, my bones might not be ready for that. But I imagined myself swinging and jumping out of the swing as I did when I was young, and that felt so good. So do the little things, because little hinges open big doors, and you will begin to find that life is more manageable when we allow that I am my little girl. And we all are those little girls and little boys, but we show up in the wounded spaces that we never got a chance to work out as adults. So this is where we're walking away from the negativity, but we're anchoring into the play of that inner girl, inner boy, inner child, because you are worth it. You are worthy. You are worthy of the best life now. And we get to do it together. So thank you for tapping in. You said, yeah, I have wounds around receiving love, protection. And my ex said that I didn't know how to have fun. That can trip us up in a lot of different ways. So yeah, you have to go in there. Go into there and just think about when you were a kid. What did you enjoy doing? Maybe your childhood was stripped from you. Go in there. Go in there and find something fun to do. And yes, I will see you next time, because I'll be here 365 days. I will be here sharing these tarot cards, sharing what Spirit brings up, and mirroring back to you that you can do it. As I had to go and put on my crown, because that's what my little girl loves to do. I was going through the motions just to say I did it for today, day number 88. But once I put this crown on, it really did make me feel a lot better. So we're going to play with life. I'm going to show up every day, be your soul guide, inspire you to play with life, because you deserve it. And just think, how good can it get? So until next time, you can watch this whole video on my YouTube page, Circle of Sistars, SISTARS, Table Talk Podcast on YouTube, where all this 365 days will be. And you can check back in any day, pick a color, and it may be just what you need for that day. So until next time, peace and love. I am Chantel Sierra Tishakim, your holistic self-care coach and soul guide. Until next time, good night.